carpenters. Do I have someone who's got a carpentry skill but isn't using it? In which case I can just pull it up here. I can sort based on their skill, and then I can make sure that they're working on it. Or I can also find people who don't have anything good that they're really doing and no real skills, and then I could turn them into a carpenter and hope to train them up over time. So that is a nice little trick. The other thing we got here is a program called Stone Sense, which allows you to view your program in 3D. Now, it's actually set right now to follow my commands, but I could also just grab control. Can I click and drag or anything like that? Oh, yeah, I can middle mouse button just to move things around. So you get a 3D view of your place. I don't know how to go up a level. Mouse wheel? Oh, mouse wheel works. There we go. So you get the surface with all my critters and everything. Go down a level. These are my farms. This is my temporary all-inclusive level. You can see the little shops. Here's the still, for example. My little beds. The nothing level, nothing level. This will be a workshop once it gets dug out. This will be a stockpile. I mean, this will be my workshop level. This is going to be another workshop, and so on. There's nothing else there. So kind of a cool program to let you see what's going on. I mean, you can't really play in that view, but it is a nice little companion. Especially if you've got something really nice developed, then you can use that to, stand back and look at it and show it to others. Alright, so I got some mechanisms. I wanted to build some traps. I don't really have a setup that's really worthy of trapping, though. Is this still being flooded? Oh, yeah, except that people are so busy that I don't actually have... He's not working fast enough to actually keep it flooded. It's kind of stupid. I have to stop assigning jobs. Who's doing the bucket duty right now? J. Jones. And what kind of labor is he normally associated with? Stonecrafter. Oh, that's okay. I mean, barring any sort of hauling jobs, then he's going to be... he should stick to just filling the water, so that'll be good. In theory. Fill pond. Except he's taking the long way. He's like... walking all the way fucking across the map to get water. I guess he's not too bright. That J. Jones. Oh, this farm, though, is set up, and the only thing I have to do is tell it what crops to grow. So we want this farm to be growing plump helmets, which is our primary food source. It's also what we use to make most of our wine. So we'll have a farmer get started on that, hopefully pretty soon. Alright, so how are we doing in terms of drink? 60, so we do need, to kind of get things going. We're okay on food, but drinks are going to start getting low. We do have a still. I'm going to use the job interface here, which you can access. Hitting J brings you up all the jobs that have been queued up and who's doing them or if they're inactive. And there'll always be a lot of inactive jobs created, and it's just as dwarfs become available, they'll pick some of these up. But if you hit M for manager, then you can see I've already got some work orders queued up here. I can go new work order. And there's a long list, everything you can possibly create, but luckily you can type to filter. So brew drink, brew me 10 drinks, and that'll be added to the queue, and that will automatically get assigned to the still. Hopefully, I think. I hope I don't need a manager, but I shouldn't have to, because I don't think my fortress is big enough that my manager actually needs to be have an office, but I may be wrong. We'll find out in a minute. Alright, you know what, I'm going to tell my guys to dig this spot out too. Get started on that, although I'll probably get a whole lot of errors related to, wet ground. That's okay. Build door. I'm going to block off this bedroom and the dining room. Oh, we're out of doors. There's my mason. No, he's still got doors queued up. Okay. Come on, fill that thing with water. Alright, so my workshop space down here has been dug out, and I've decided to go ahead and place some industries down here right away. They're just waiting to be built. And the reason is, these industries are all going to be working with stones and metals, and this is where all the stone is. Because right now, my poor masonry shop up top, which I should just tear down, because it's not being very efficient. Because what happens is they come down here to grab a rock and then drag it all the way back up. Whereas here, all the rock is here, so I may as well just build my masonry shop there, and they won't have to walk very far to get it. So my bottom row, I'm ultimately going to have 3 masonry shops all running down here. This row here is going to be all metalsmiths. And then up here I've got my furnaces. Well, I've got 1 wood-burning furnace, which can turn wood into charcoal. And then I'm going to have 2 smelters, which can process the lignite into usable refined coal, and can also smelt metals and turn them into metal bars. So that'll be set up really nicely. And then I'm going to have, as soon as the stockpile and the one below it are cleared out, they're going to get relevant stockpiles assigned to them. So yeah, so actually the masonry shops are not quite as strongly related to this theme, but they're going to be churning up blocks pretty regularly, and actually that really doesn't apply. I may end up moving the masonry shop if there's something worth building here that's more related to the sort of metal industry, but right now I'm thinking this is the metal and rock industry spot. So we'll keep up on that and see how it goes. We can easily rearrange things if need be once we get kicking. So yeah, all of our dwarves are still busy. Well, I mean, someone's on break, some people are drinking, but generally speaking, they've all got jobs going, and that's very nice to see. You don't want to see people idle at 7 dwarves. Once you've got a fortress like 50 or 60 people, it's going to be normal to see people idle, because there's not always going to be something for everyone, and they're sort of just going to be sitting around enjoying themselves in the dining hall until you say you have a hauling job that comes up, and then they'll rush out and bring it up. So it's actually good to have some idle people, because they're going to be able to respond to various requests. So my wood furnace here, I'm going to start off by making a single piece of charcoal from wood. Now the big question is, do I have anyone assigned to wood burning? I do not. So I'm going to have probably Fortowin, my siege engineer. Let's look at what kind. Oh, he's also my fisherman. Well, he can keep fishing on his downtime, but on his well, there's something queued up for him. He's going to work. He's going to do wood burning, and he's also going to work the furnace, like so. And I'm going to put him to work creating fuel for me. So he should come down. He's still fishing now, but I think at some point he'll probably stop fishing and come and do this, because I think that fishing is a lower priority job. So I think he'll only do that in his spare time. We'll see. If need be, I'll take fishing off of his labor for now. Not that metal, again, is a huge rush, but it's not a bad idea to at least get started. May as well do something with this lignite that's kicking around. What I really want to do is up here is probably get started on building my wall. Build, construction, wall, and just start boxing things in. It's going to be a long-term project, and you know what? No, that's stupid, because it's just going to tie up my mason forever and ever and ever, and he's still got a bunch of crap to do. In fact, he hadn't even had enough time to tear apart the workshop yet, so he's doing that now. Crazy. Okay, my doors are up here, so I'm going to make a bedroom, increase the size, and set it as a dormitory. And do I have tables yet? No, not yet. Still have them queued, but I'm not sure, actually. Oh no, there we go, brew drink. See, I'd set up the job in here, and it has now shown up in the still. So that's nice. Now, who is my brewer? Brewing is Fortowin. Alright, so he's actually going to be quite busy with different stuff. And he's still just fishing, so I'll show you the in-game way to change their jobs. P for profession, L for labor, and we're going to take fishing off of his repertoire for now. And he can go and work something for real. Yeah, he's still finishing the current fishing job he was on, but as soon as that task finishes, and maybe he would have done that anyway. Oh, something just occurred to me. I don't have a refuse pile, so let's set that up right away. Just out here, a little garbage pile, and we will build a small farm above ground. I don't know where we can get all 4 tiles. There we go. Just for some of the above ground crops. Again, all my dwarves are really busy, so it's not like I have to worry about setting these up. And I guess he's maybe farming down here too. And the bucket brigade still hasn't filled this area with mud. Yeah, still some unassigned spots. Should almost turn off the dumping there for now and just get back to it later, because he's still trying to fill the pond. And then he cancels his job because he goes and does something else. Yeah, that's the problem. Ultimately, what I should really do is have 2 pond jobs set up there. I can build a second channel and assign it also be a pond, and then they'll go and 2 dwarves will come and do the work. Assuming I had 2 buckets, which I'm not sure that I do. It's a good question. I wonder if I can see it in my stocks. Buckets. There you are. I have 3 buckets. Oh, okay. Oh, what the hell. Designate channel. I'll have to plug them both at the end. And that's still over my farm? Yeah, actually we'll do it on this side. So, at some point someone will come and dig that out. Though I will have to wait for them to do so. Because they are still mining down here. You can see how much longer it takes to dig out the rocky areas. Actually, I guess they're done mining. They're probably just doing some hauling. Dig channel, okay, and one of them is on break. There we go. So he's dug out that channel, so I'm going to hit I for zone, set a pit, and make it a pond. There we go. So now it should generate 2 fill jobs. And again, the problem is I just don't have enough idle dwarves. But once they do, yeah, they're all busy storing items in the stockpile. Damp stone, yeah, okay, I'm not worried about the damp stone. They keep pausing every time. Every time they hit damp stone. Such a pain. I mean, I know why they do it, and it's very important, but in this particular scenario, it's a big pain in the ass. There you go. That should do it. Once they're flashing blue, it's like you've identified this as damp stone, in which case they assume if you're digging it, you're doing it for a reason, so they won't keep bugging you about it. They keep bringing the buckets down here after they're done. Like, my god, they're retarded. I really need some idle time. Everyone's so busy. Okay, I've got 2 people working the fill pond job, so that's good. As long as they're not totally retarded about it. Where is he going with the bucket? Why would he start with that water? Probably because that was the closest to him when he started the job. That makes sense. Puts the bucket down. I bet you someone's grabbing that bucket afterwards and bring it to the furniture store. You retards. And they got other jobs going on, so I really want to finish filling this fucking thing. The first one went fine, but I guess they weren't as busy. Yeah, 2 fill pond jobs. So there's different people every time because they keep getting jobs that they need to do. And there they go. They're dragging the bucket back. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? This is the furniture stockpile. This is where they bring the buckets. We can prevent them from bringing buckets down to the furniture stockpile. And now they won't do it anymore. I did that by using Q. That lets you set options for a variety of places. So he just did it there because he was already on the job. But from now on, they will no longer store buckets in this furniture pile. So they should leave it right next to the pond, the fill spot, after they're done. Yeah, see, there you go. He's properly doing it. He's filling the pond, dropping the bucket, because they always do after the job, and then he comes by and he grabs the bucket right away and drops it back in there. So he's not constantly interrupting himself and by saying, hey, there's a bucket, I should bring it to the stockpile. And then he brings it to the stockpile. He's like, what now? Well, I guess I should fill the pond. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Retarded fucking dwarves. But there we go. Look at that. Wish I'd figured that out sooner. The more you know. Almost done. Just got to muddy up a couple of spots, so it's actually just this one corner here that needs muddying, and then we'll be satisfied. There we go. Done. So we can get rid of these zones, and this one here as well. And again, later we will apply some hatch covers to that, and build farm plots. Done. Excellent. We still need a farmer to come by and finish that up. but I'm very happy. And what do we got? We already got some migrants. Awesome. I could definitely use migrants. Okay, so, oh, they got nowhere to go right now because I don't have a meetings